Hello, everybody. I'm just setting my camera up real quick. I thought maybe I'd just talk. I have this on my bike and just kind of just talk a little bit about stuff. You know, there are so many things in this world, and I'm just gonna try to see if I could talk into sunset. Let me see if I can just organize this real quick. Get this jammy to hold. Yeah, my tripod is not holding so well. It was holding so well the other day. Oh, okay, there it is. So I can hold it better. Don't fall my tripod and my little leggy thingy that holds up my tripod. Alright, let's see if I could make it stay. It's supposed to be able to stay. This thing's supposed to have like a good old rating. That's supposed to be able to stay in hold position. Oh, there he goes. Alright. If you just stay put, it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, hi, my name is Greg. You know me, Greg Valentine. Pretty much right now I'm in Flesh Meadow Park, and I'm behind me is the globe. The fake. It's called the Unisphere. It's actually a pretty big 150 foot, 140 foot structure. I've taken pictures of this before and everything like that. This is like they show this to people and stuff, and this is what the world's supposed to look like, from space, quote unquote space. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about a couple things. I just have a few moments, and first of all, I just want to listen to the background, just listening to the outside. The temperature is not too bad here. It's still, kind of chilly. I have my I got my trusty dusty jacket over here in case gets too cold, and this is on my bike. I'm just kind of sitting at a rest stop, not a rest stop, at the circle thing. There's a big old statue right there. I'm sitting under the shadow of it. I'm not sure the name of the statue, but it seemed like the ascent of man to the stars or something. Looks like that. And behind me is the globe. This is like where 1964 World's Fair Arena, 1939 and 1964 World's Fair, World's Fair. You know, they had a thing here. They had it also in what do you call it? They also had it where, you go to. I said you go to in Iron Man Part 2. They had a mention where it's like talking about they turned this whole area into a really cool thing like with Tony Stark, but it was all fictional. It showed how he made this giant atom and turned the atom and made a new element. Anyway, so I just what I want to talk about is just about a couple of things, a couple of thoughts. It's like friendship is the hardest thing in the world to figure out. It's like I've had many friends in my life, and one of the things I struggle with in terms of friendship is I've had many friends growing up, and I'm not to say anything bad or about them or anything like that. I've had a couple of really good friends, and I had some weird friends, and I've had a lot of friends who've done different things. Um, the point I'm trying to say is there's been friends that got me in trouble and done stuff, and I've been with them, and we've done stuff to get in trouble, and trouble being uh, like I remember a friend of mine, he and my sister, we were in the backyard and we were trying to dig a hole, and we had a shovel. We took our shovel and we just jammed that shovel right into the ground, and we were thinking, well, if one person digs with a shovel, we'll be able to dig faster. If three people jump on the shovel, so if three of us all together jumped on the shovel, we'd dig faster. So you know what happened then? We stuck the shovel in the ground, wedged it nice and good, and three of us together, one, two, three, we all jumped, and we broke that shovel in half. I went and got the trusty dusty duct tape, and I was able to wrap that sucker up, and I put it I put it back where my dad didn't see it. And then he went to go get it one day to go turn the soil, and he was like, "What, Greg? What happened?" So, and it was like I got in trouble for that, and that was a trouble. It was a situation there. Um, it's I just wanted to share that that sometimes friends get you in trouble, and it's weird how that happens. It's hard when you get a friend to you try and do something, and then that friend of yours, instead of them, actually doing what you ask them to do, they do something different. And so because of that, there's a little bit of animosity. I had a number of friends. I had to be I told them ambiguous. I can't really give you specifics, but I don't know. Sometimes it's good to talk to people, but when you talk to people and they don't change, it's kind of like a discouraging thing. One of my best friends I've ever had, it was Amy, and she's still my friend, and we're married to my best friend Amy. And one thing I've learned is that in marriage it's a different kind of friendship. The friendship where you are guaranteed to be together. Well, not guaranteed, but that this friendship ends a different kind of way than most friendships. What I'm saying is that you have a thing where to become a friend, you have a thing where you meet someone, and you have a lot of things in common. And in the course of time, what happens is, in the course of time, you have a thing where let's see, you have a thing where people are able to you become friends over time with someone, and you spend time just kind of sharing and getting to know them, and you have a lot of things in common. So you go places. They say that the symbol of friendship is where it's like the symbol of friendship is where you are looking together at the horizon. A relationship is when you're looking at each other. Looking at each other. But a friendship is when you look together at the horizon, and you're kind of like thinking about like where you're gonna go, and what are you gonna do. Let's go conquer that mountain over there. It's a friend. Let's go ride up there and see what the challenge is. Let's go ahead and swim across that lake. And that's what friendship is about. You're doing stuff together. And a relationship is when you focus on each other. So in a marriage, it's kind of like you're focusing on each other and you're doing things together. But it's like, marriage is one of those things where you're focused on each other and you're doing stuff together, and it continues to build and get stronger and stronger, and you're closer and closer together. So it's kind of like focus on each other. It's kind of when it's triangle. Oh yeah, triangle, put it this way. Oh, I don't know, it's just triangle, you know what I'm saying? So the reason I'm saying this is because I just think about like a lot of friendship. The Bible talks about how, that, that there was a guy was a friend in the Bible, and he said it was my friend who had betrayed me. You can only be betrayed by a friend. You can't be betrayed by an enemy. An enemy is an enemy, or a stranger is a stranger. But someone who is your friend and they betray you, in a sense, like, they do something that you're not expecting them to. Like, I had a friend once that I liked this girl, and I introduced him, and then later he went ahead and got in a relationship with the girl that I had liked, and this was way before Amy, and that was something that, I was messed up, and he later said sorry, and that was kind of it. But I was totally like upset about that. And then I had other friends who've done stuff, to family members, and so when it comes to like friendship, I kind of hold friendship at a certain kind of extent. I'm a friendly person, that, and I really look into people and believe people, and it's my mother's side. She's very compassionate, and she was a person who always, thought about other people to a flaw. My mom would think about other people and help other people to where it hurt her. Where she finally, her life came to an end because she cared about people so much. She was so stressed out about everything, just caring for other people. And then it was like, one of the things is that you have it where you got to be careful because, the Bible says he who has friends must be friendly. So it's one of those things where, you're just kind of hoping that, okay. And so you're hoping that, you have an opportunity to be able to, be, I wish this would stop doing this. Oh, good. Okay. And so pretty much one of the things just about life is that, you never know where life's going to take you. So you have this scenario where you're going on to just think about stuff, and, you're hoping that you'll be able to do something good. But it's like you have your friends, and your friends sometimes could, give you trouble. And but the benefit about having friends is that it's about risk. Life is about risk. If I never got a chance to meet Amy, I would never have my children. I would never have these adventures of Greg and Amy. I would never have all these wonderful like stories to be able to tell and experience. And it took a risk, to meet and to have a friend like Amy. I've had other friends in my life that helped me up and brought me through different situations. So I want to give credit to them. They know who they are. They've done a lot of things for my life. There's other people who kind of come along and they just help you out. But sometimes it's like, you got to like look at the little things and kind of have to overlook stuff that really bothers you. Because it's like, if you were to hang on to everything, you just would be tormented. You'd be tormented. And I wish I could say more. I just can't. I just want to just kind of just say a couple things. And, I know pretty much just talking live, it's like it's a little easier to do live video than to make a whole video about something that's just kind of rambling or ranting. But I just want to say thank you so much for listening, and I got to get back to work, but I just wanted to just kind of take you with me on this adventure here real quick to, looking at this fake globe behind me and, trying to find truth in there, in a world full of errors and lies. But thank you so much for listening. All right, that's all I have for you today. So thanks for listening. I have more stuff, but I don't want to share it right now. So talk to you later. Okay.